Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is a translation of a dars of hadith given by Imam Rashed Sahib. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka Hamidum Majid. In today's dars, Imam Sahib is saying that he wishes to discuss and present a longish tradition which has many lessons one can draw from it, and it's something that shakes one's being. So this has been taken from a book of traditions in which Hazrat Ibn Shamasa Razilanhu relates that describes that he went to visit Hazrat Amr bin al-As Razilanhu when he was drawing his last breaths. He was about to pass away. When he saw us, he started weeping and he turned his face towards a wall. His sons said to him that, "O father, have you not been given glad tidings by the Holy Prophet ﷺ? Has he not given you a multitude of glad tidings? And he also, Allah granted you the capacity to serve Islam, and so then what is the reason why you are weeping?" He looked at us and said that the fact is that for us the most important thing is that we should bear witness that there is none worthy of worship except Allah. When he realized that was his the last moments of his life, so he first thought it necessary to bear witness that there is none worthy of worship besides Allah, and that the Holy Prophet ﷺ was his prophet and messenger. So he said that you are asking me why I'm weeping. So let me explain to you that in my life there were 3 states which I went through. The first state was when, before I had accepted Islam, I had extreme enmity and hatred of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And it was so extreme that probably no one else has ever felt such hatred in their against anyone. And he said that my state was such that I used to desire that if I get a chance to, I should murder the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And he said that if he had died at that time, then he would certainly have been hellbound. And then the second stage in his life, the second state he went through was that Allah put the truth of Islam in his heart, and Allah granted him the capacity to decide to become a Muslim. And so he went to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and he said to him that, "Please put forward your right hand, because I wish to offer my allegiance, I wish to do my bay'at." So the Holy Prophet ﷺ put his hand forward, and Amr bin al-As said that he pulled his hand back, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, "Amr, what is this?" And I said that my intention is that I wish to put a condition for my bay'at, for doing bay'at, and if that condition is fulfilled, only then will I do my bay'at. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ asked what it is, and he replied that, "Will my sins be forgiven?" The Holy Prophet ﷺ said that, "Do you not know that Islam erases all previous sins, and migration takes away all previous defects, and to do Hajj, to perform the pilgrimage, it erases all of one's past faults." So at this he performed the bay'at at the hand of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and then the second state of his mind, of his life began, which was that he loved the Holy Prophet ﷺ more than he loved anything else, anyone else, and he loved him so much that he could not even raise his eyes to look at him, and his sight, his of his countenance could not be. He said he could not bear to see it, and he could not raise his eyes up towards his glorious face because of the love he felt for him. And if at that time anyone asked him what the Holy Prophet ﷺ's blessed face looked like, and now that he was about to die, and it was a while before that the Holy Prophet ﷺ had passed away, and he said that if someone asks me what did he look like, I will not be able to tell you properly, because I had never had the courage to look up at the Holy Prophet ﷺ's face, because he had never done so, neither before Islam, and at that time it was because of his hatred, and after accepting Islam, because of the love of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he couldn't see him, he couldn't look at him, and if he had died at that state, then he said that he was sure he would have been heaven bound. But after that, the circumstances changed, and they got the Muslims had the government, they had power, and he doesn't know now what his responsibilities, how he fulfilled responsibilities in that state. So this was the third state that of his life. So the first was that he had hatred and enmity in his heart, and the second stage was when he had love and adoration in his heart, and the third was when he lived in a life of comparative luxury. So he didn't know what his end would be like. So he was so worried that because of that he was weeping. So when the last few moments were left of his life, he advised his children and said that when I die, don't scream at my funeral, because the Arabs used to do that, and he said that no one must do that according to the teachings of Islam. And also the Arabs used to take fire with the funeral, and he said you mustn't do that either. And then he advised the children that when you bury me, then put dust on my grave quickly, and then stay around as long as it takes to distribute the meat of when a camel is slaughtered. So this is something that took a bit of time. So because at that time there was no clocks, so they would estimate the time either by saying that for example when the sun rises or sets, etc. And in this case he said that the amount of time it takes to distribute the meat, that's how long you should stay with me. And he said this so that at that time, because of your presence, I should become used to my grave, and I should get a chance to think that what answer am I going to give to the angels when they come to me to ask me, and so that will give me some time, and just stay with me until that time. So this is a very heart-rending hadith, a tradition, as to how the Holy Prophet ﷺ spent their time with love and devotion of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and how they sacrificed themselves in the love of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. At no occasion he didn't even look up to see his face, to see his blessed countenance. So this gives us the lesson that we should never be negligent of our responsibilities, and we should never think that we spent a good life and therefore we do not have to fulfill our responsibilities in the future. So at every stage we should pray for forgiveness, and in this Ashra this period of 10 days is also about forgiveness. So this is why we should pray, and one of the ways of praying for forgiveness is Rabbi ighfir warham wa anta khairur rahimin. This is from the Holy Quran, that it's a very beautiful prayer that, oh Allah, have mercy on me. Forgive me and have mercy on me, because you are the most they are the most merciful of all those who show mercy. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim innaka Hamidum Majid.